you. All right, well, welcome to Dallas Center Grimes High School to the stable for Little Hawkeye Conference basketball action. Doubleheader tonight. Now we have the boys game. Girls pulled out the victory, 65-50. And we confirmed it, tied the three-point record for number of three-point made baskets in a single game as a team. That was 15. So now we've tied that record with tonight's game. All right, looking to the boys, Pat, as we kind of flip the tables here. Taking a look, and Indianola, they're 7-7 coming in, 4-1 in conference, currently tied with for fourth with who? Dallas Center Grimes. Yep. Dallas Center Grimes is 8-7 and tied, or 4 and how did I have that right? I must have that wrong. 4-1 versus 4-4, but they're tied. And 19. Dallas Center Grimes leads the series since 2012. And, you know, kind of like what we saw in the game with the girls, Indianola comes in with a little bit of youth, right?
Yep,
and,
right.
you know, finding their way, and they've had kind of up and down season. Just had a real defeating loss against ADM the other night. And so they're coming off of that. Dallas Center Grimes is coming off of an emotional loss and a buzzer beater to Norwalk at Norwalk. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams respond.
Yeah, you know, both of these teams, neither one of them have that clear out guy.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have Kyle Casey.
Yeah.
They don't have, you know, one of these guys that you can put out there as like, all right, everybody go over there, I'm going to go get my basket. Neither one of these teams have that. So it really is a team game. And when you have that, it's like, all right, how can we get the pieces to work today? Like, because every single day is going to be different. The matchups are different. We can go high-low with our bigs, the Mustangs. We got great outside shooting every once in a while from several of our guards. So, and then on the other side right there, it's the same thing. You have McGuire, you've got Richie, you got Blake right in there, or McGraw, Blake, and Richie. You know, the ones that have been doing it all year for you. How do you get those guys isolated so that they can have success?
Yeah, a lot of categories across the statistics are very evenly matched between these two teams. Here's a couple that stood out to me. Indianola getting more defensive rebounds per game by about 3, and total rebounds per game by about 4. Dallas Center Grimes, on the other hand, you've got Lorenzen and Brody Burke. Dallas Center Grimes leading in blocks. Dallas Center Grimes has a couple more turnovers per game and a few more fouls per game. So we'll see how those sorts of things can affect this game. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You know, Chase Perrin has continued to be a sharpshooter for the Mustangs. I mean, the other night at Norwalk, he was just clutch.
Yeah. And you need that guy, man. I mean, you need guys, and if we had one more of those, because every team says that, right? Boy, if we just had this, this is what we got. But, man, I'll tell you, the maturity that Perrin has showed from the start of the season to now, you look at how his game has changed because he's no longer an unknown commodity. He's the guy.
Yeah.
And everybody is in his face. Everybody is trying to get him off his game. And he's handled that so well throughout this season. And now he's starting to take that ball and be really aggressive and getting his shots off, which is the next part of his game as he starts to mature as a basketball player.
Yeah, it'll be a good game to see tonight. So here, as we get ready to go into player introductions, we're going to have our hype video, and then we'll go down to the floor for those.
I hustle and motivate. Follow me, I know the way. Grind hard on them every night and day. And the 40 bang hard in the air, I don't play. I aim for the neck and the jugular. So don't people think I'm a smuggler. Don't get it confused, bro, I'm just a hustler. Been in the gym, so I got my muscle up. I'm like Yosemite Sam in the Wild West. I just laugh at them when they wear a vest, cause it's headshot. You bout to witness and you gon' know what you should call that. Every song that I've been on is a hit like a ball back. I took some losses, but I got them all back. Been at the bottom and I'm never going back. I'm fully focused and I'm on track. I'm tired of waiting, I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now. Yeah, I came up straight from the bottom. Put on the gas, yeah, that's the throttle. I get the smash cause I get the that's true. I'm about to win, don't know about you. Tired of waiting, I'm running out of patience. I'm about to make my move right now. I'm about to make my move right now.
visitors, the Indians of Indianola. And your Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. Dallas Center Grimes promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated at our grounds or Google. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy tonight's game. Tonight's officials, as assigned by the Iowa Basketball Officials Association, are Colson Hesterman, TJ Augustine, and Jason Seeheisen. Tonight's athletic trainer from Athletico is Caleb Brilly. And now, here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Indianola Indians. A 6'4" junior, number 1, George Blake. A 6'1" senior, number 2, Brian Ritchie. A 6'2" senior, number 3, Jacob Graham. A 6'4" junior, Thomas DeWall. And a 6'6" junior, number 11, Easton McGraw. The Indians are coached by Jeff Headley. And now here's tonight's starting lineup for your Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. A 5'10" senior, number 2, Hudson Heidgerken. A 6' sophomore, number 4, Chase Perrin. A 6'2" senior, number 12, Brody Logan. A 6'10" senior, number 44, Luke Lorenzen. And a 6'7" junior, number 50, Brody Burke. The Mustangs are coached by Joe.
All right, welcome back to Dallas Center Grimes High School, to the stable for Little Hawkeye Conference basketball action tonight between the Indianola Indians and Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. I'm Christine Megason alongside Pat O'Brien. Starters for Indianola: number 1, George Blake; number 2, Bryant Ritchie; number 3, Jacob Graham; number 5, Thomas DeWall; and number 11, Easton McGraw. For the Mustangs, number 2, Hudson Heidgerken; number 4, Chase Perrin; number 12, Brody Logan; number 44, Luke Lorenzen; and number 50, Brody Burke. Indianola comes in tonight with a 7-7 record under Coach Jeff Eibling, and Dallas Center Grimes, led by Joel Rankin, is 8-7. So pretty evenly matched as far as the records go, and they're both tied for 4th place in the conference, Pat. So I imagine a good game between these two. They did play back on January 9th, and Dallas Center Grimes won that game 58-50. So I think we have a good one tonight. Both coming off of losses, kind of devastating losses in their own way. Indianola just got hammered by ADM, and Dallas Center Grimes loses on a buzzer beater on Tuesday against Norwalk.
Well, we played ADM too, and I can see how a lot of teams are getting hammered by ADM.
We saw that one of the first games.
State championship level caliber team.
Absolutely, they are phenomenal. So nothing to hang your heads out about that. It was a basket by Luke Lorenzen on the other end. And now Mustangs get the turnover. So Hudson Heidgerken. I learned today, as we were honoring the seniors, Coach Rankin was posting about the seniors, that Hudson Heidgerken is leading the conference in assists.
I'm not surprised. He's an unselfish player, and he does a lot of things. Just a little bit over the back right there. Points are, you go back to that. You look at what he's done all year. He's looking to distribute. He's looking to be that teamer right there. I guess I'm not surprised he's leading in assists. Yeah,
he moved to that point guard position this year. He was a shooting guard last year, but shifted, and now we've got Chase Perrin in that shooting guard role. So new role for Hudson, but he's really embraced it.
But he also, look what he does defensively. Look what he does offensively as well.
So drive to the basket by George Blake. He's blocked by Luke Lorenzen. Lorenzen did pick up a foul on the other end, so that's a first team foul for the Mustangs. Indianola in the gold jerseys moving right to left on your screen. Mustangs in white moving left to right. Inbound the ball. They will set up 17 on the shot clock.
And points today will be at a premium.
Easton McGraw's shot is off. Rebound Brody Burke. Mustangs go the other direction.
Offensive efficiency is going to be huge in this game right here because both teams are scoring about 50 points a game.
Brody Logan for 3 off the mark. It'll be Indianola ball. Leading scorers for Indianola, Easton McGraw averaging 15.6. George Blake with 16 even, and Bryant Ritchie with 8.4. On the Mustang side, Chase Perrin with 15.7. Luke Lorenzen averaging 10.2, and Brody Burke at 7.4. Mustangs with the rebound. They go the other way. Chase Perrin pulls up for 3. He drains it. That is a 15 hands real estate three-pointer by Chase Perrin.
And one of the reasons why Heigurken is the assist leader in the conference right now.
Yeah, find your guy. Find Chase Perrin. Perrin just picking up right off. And I like it when he starts hot, right? Like when we have action out of him early on. Blake in the lane. He hands off Bryant Ritchie. And we saw in the girls' game that they allowed for some contact underneath the basket. So I expect that it'll be the same tonight. Perrin pulls up again. 2 shots, 2 three-pointers, Pat, and a timeout by Indianola.
Yeah, this one's going to be, I told you guys, you need to guard this kid everywhere he goes.
So we want to just thank our sponsor, Charter Bank. Charter Bank offers a full line of bank products to fit your needs, including home loans, consumer loans, and business loans, ag loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, and CDs. Chart your success with Charter Bank. Our boys' season sponsor this year is MIR Homes. MIR Homes, proudly building custom homes and creating beautiful remodels with love, integrity, and true craftsmanship. Visit mir-homes.com to schedule your consultation today. We've already mentioned it. It's because we've already had 2 three-pointers by Chase Perrin, but our 3-point sponsor is 15 Hands Real Estate. 15 Hands Real Estate, your local DCG real estate experts. So just over 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Dallas Center Grimes leading 8-0, getting out to a fast start, Pat.
Yeah, and, the 3 has been nice all day for the Mustangs today.
Easton McGraw, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Mustangs going the other direction. So if you're Indianola right now, you're keying in on where is Chase Perrin, and Brody Logan has an answer. Hey, don't forget about me.
Well, that's having a lot of teamers out there. We do have a lot of seniors on this team, and this is an emotional game. Still early in this game, but you got to get a bucket and a stop if you're Indianola.
Yeah, speaking of seniors, checking into the lineup for the Mustangs, number 40, Luke Lampy. Blake shoots and gets his own rebound, gets the putback. So first bucket of the game for Indianola is George Blake. And if you were watching the girls' game, and you know this, but to recap, it was raining 3-point buckets in this gym, and already we've seen that start tonight for the guys as well. So Brody Burke comes off of the screen. Ooh, down low, just a lot of contact. Ball goes flying out of bounds. It does look like it's just going to be Mustang ball now underneath. Checking back into the game for the Mustangs, number 44, Luke Lorenzen, and number 22 now, Wyatt Valenta. Checking in for Indianola, number 2, Bryant Ritchie back in the game. And then now it's number 12, Jackson Faust has come in for Indianola. So Mustangs being patient, but 3-point basket by Chase, I think, as they forgot and realized that the shot clock was rolling down.
And then I was like, what? Yeah. You would think, this is, I think, our 3rd year with that, maybe 4th with the shot clock.
Yeah, that's when Chase Perrin is like, does that have to go against my average?
Yeah, right on. It's like, why did you
throw it to me? I just had to kind of throw that up. Ritchie with the ball up top, getting it in now in the corner. Easton McGraw, Valenta. McGraw turns back, nice up off the glass by McGraw.
Yeah, McGraw, he's your gunner right there. I mean, he's the one that can make his own shot for the Indians. And there's some capable players out here that can shoot the ball.
Yeah, nice game out of Julia McGraw, Easton's sister, in the girls' game. She had 4 3-pointers of her own for the Indians and finished with 16. Hudson Heigerken out to Valenta in the corner. He's guarded by Jackson Faust. Valenta goes all the way. Nice coast-to-coast there for Wyatt Valenta. Faust from 3, no good. Rebound, Mustangs.
Those shots are right there. You
So
know, as I was watching warm-ups, I kind of said earlier, I was like, man, there's not a lot of shots that are falling for the Indians right now, but they're very close.
Checking in for Indianola, number 4, Wesley Naylor. And for the Mustangs, number 30, Landon Hoppy back in the game. Number 50, Brody Burke. Blake with the ball up top. Spin move, no. He's looking. McGraw, again,
Jeez,
up
wow.
off the glass. Again, nice job, Easton McGraw. Assist there to Blake. Hudson Heigerken, that's going to be a foul on Indianola, so it'll be on number 4, Naylor, his first,
That
team
is
first.
A veteran guard move right there. You take the ball right into the body of the defender and you force the call to be made one way or the other right there. That's just a great job out of Heigerken.
Mustangs will set up now on the half court. Hudson Heigerken pulls up for 3, no. And Wyatt Valenta fouls. Number 12, Jackson Faust, going for the rebound. So that's Valenta's first foul. Team second of the quarter on the floor. So Indy will take the ball out underneath their own underneath the basket, and they will now move forward on offense. George Blake with the ball up top. In the corner, Jackson Faust for 3, no. Nice rebound there by Brody Burke. He really reached for that one. Now Burke with the ball, hands off. Chase Perrin, no. Rebound, Indy. McGraw with the ball, guarded by Hoppy. McGraw, nice basket and put up for Issa McGraw. Issa McGraw is such a nice player.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Valenta in the corner, baseline drive, kicked out. Chase Perrin in the corner, no. Rebound, Valenta. He gets it back out to Hoppy. Mustangs reset. Hudson Heigerken to Perrin. He's guarded by Naylor. Ball's tripped away, going through the lane. Mustangs recover. Shot clock down to 20. Brody Burke up, no. Rebound, Indianola.
The defense for Indianola has settled down now, and the shooting has cooled off. So now this leads this 13-8 game right now.
Nice defense by Landon Hoppy there on Issa McGraw. Burke gets too far out. Blake with the spin, kick out to McGraw for 3, no. Rebound, Hoppy. Well, and you don't have the length of Luke Lorenzen in there right now, so it's even the game out for Indianola defensively.
Yeah, so that tells you the value, that the length that Lorenzen brings.
Yeah, and it was just that foul that, like, over the bat, like, too much over the top there for him that caught that foul. So we'll see. Mustangs will hold the ball here for a final shot. It's down to 8 already. Hudson Heigerken up top. He drives to the hoop, up high off the glass. Fouled by Naylor. So that will be a second foul there on Wesley Naylor. It'll be interesting to see what they do now with Naylor with 2 fouls. He came in off the bench, really, I think, to guard Perrin and that kind of Perrin-Heigerken combo. So he may have to go sit for a while as Hudson Heigerken goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, used mostly for defense.
And he makes the first. Checking in for Indianola, number 5, Thomas DeWall back in the game. And back in the game for the Mustangs, number 12, Brody Logan. 2.9 left on the shot clock, so we'll see what happens here after this second free throw by Heigerken. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, DeWall Half-court shot, no, long. So we end the quarter, Mustangs leading 14-8. Thoughts on that first half? First quarter?
That first 11 points was like in the first 2 minutes of the of the quarter for the Mustangs, and then from there it's been a 3-8 victory for Indianola. So they've weathered that storm. Now it's just a matter of who's going to come out in this second quarter right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we made the comment about the Luke Lorenzen being out of the game. That really evened things up defensively. Easton McGraw was able to go drive to the bucket high off the glass.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have that threat of a 6'10" guy, in your face like when Lorenzen is in. So we want to thank Charter Bank. Charter Bank is 100% locally owned with local management and staff delivering prompt local decision making. They're committed to helping our communities thrive. Chart your success with Charter Bank. And again, our boys season sponsor is MIR Homes, proudly building custom homes and creating beautiful remodels with love, integrity, and true craftsmanship. Visit mir-homes.com to schedule your consultation today. Our 3-point sponsor is 15 Hands Real Estate. They are your local DCG real estate experts and pride themselves on being a trusted resource in our community. So as we get ready to tip off in this second quarter, I'm Christine Megason alongside Pat O'Brien. Dallas Center Grimes leading 14-8. We saw some quick hot shooting by the Mustangs to kick us off, and then it really evened up. And again, Chase Perrin steps out of bounds. That happened several times over at Norwalk. Now, I give him a lot of credit. At Norwalk, they don't have that deep red line showing the out of bounds mark. They have a line, and then they have another line 4 feet wide.
Yeah.
So that is really hard. And he stepped out several times, but again, turnover Mustangs. Indianola gets the ball in deep into Blake, and nice move there, even up against Luke Lorenzen. So basket there by Blake. He has 4 for Indy.
Yeah, fortunate. Lorenzen didn't get a foul right there. He did bring that arm down. You never know how they call that.
Could have been another one. Landon Hoppy drives to the hoop, kicks it back out. Lorenzen up top now. Hudson Heigerken kicks it out. Landon Hoppy drives to the hoop. Dump, and to Luke Lorenzen. Nice job for Lorenzen.
Great offensive set right there.
Lorenzen, I feel like we've seen him grow over the last year and just become even more and more comfortable in his height, in his body, in his physicality. He just recently committed that he's going to go to DMAC and play basketball there. I think that's a great next step for him as he's continuing to grow as a basketball player. Blocked by Lorenzen, up to McGraw, tipped back in then by Bryant Ritchie. So tenacity and perseverance there by Indianola. 3-point basket, Chase Perrin, that's good. Another one, that's a 15 Hands Real Estate 3-pointer by Chase Perrin.
Oh, you got to call. No, that's a tough call right there. When they bury their rear end and you're going backwards, that typically is not a blocking foul.
So foul is called on number 4, Chase Perrin, his team first of this quarter. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 20, Riley Craven, freshman, and back in the game, number 12, Brody Logan.
This is not a game where Heigerken can spend a lot of time out of the game.
So off Indianola, it'll be Mustang ball, 6:17. And checking in for Indianola, number 3, Jacob Graham. This is going to be timeout by Dallas Center Grimes. You can tell Mustangs were like, let's get this figured out.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I've seen
Coach
this.
Rankin's like, we're going to just tell the timeout. So Charter Bank is one of our season sponsors, and their staff is made up of your family, friends, and neighbors. That means they support you during your successes and any challenges you may face. They're there to help. Chart your success with Charter Bank. We also want to thank our Booster Club sponsors for the year. Our Booster Club Gold sponsors are Pink Couch Wellness, Septagon Construction, U.S. Cellular, and Cupca Real Estate. Our Booster Club Diamond sponsor is Northwest Steel. So thank you to them and all that they do for our Dallas Center Grimes Booster Club, as well as our Booster Club for making this live stream possible free of charge. We want to thank our production staff, namely Mike Bynum and Ella Bynum on the controls tonight. I'm Christine Megason alongside Pat O'Brien. 6 minutes left here in the first half. Dallas Center Grimes leading 19-12. It'd be nice to just see the Mustangs really have a good offensive set here. We've had it's been Chase Perrin or Luke Lorenzen up to this point, right? And miss on that rebound, Indianola. George Blake, nice drive to the basket, and it's in for Blake. 6 points for Blake.
Everything 5 out right now. You put Lorenzen back in the middle. Good job of fronting them on the defense right there. You got to do that on these big guys.
Yeah, Easton McGraw, I mean, he's probably outsized by 4 or 5 inches, but he's doing a really good job defensively on Lorenzen. Lorenzen taking it down, a little spin, fade away, no good, rebound, Easton McGraw as Indy goes the other way.
Yeah.
Indianola in gold jerseys tonight, moving right to left. Dallas Center Grimes in white. Guarded by Burke, George Blake. Nice back cut there by Bryant Ritchie, kick back out. Blake up, lefty, no. Rebound, Brody Logan. He gets it out to Perrin. Into Lorenzen, stripped away by McGraw. Oh, they said it was off Lorenzen, so it will be Indianola ball.
Yeah, Lorenzen knew it too. I mean, it is what it is.
He didn't fight it at all, yeah. Number 22, Wyatt Valenta checking in for Dallas Center Grimes.
That's the part of this game that he's going to have to be. When you get that ball and it's anywhere around that belt, everybody's going to go around that ball and try to swap it. So you got to put your cat claws in there and make sure nobody grabs it from you.
Blake up top. Back out to DeWall.
Nice defense.
Now to Ritchie. Pull-up jumper. Good. Nice shot there, Bryant Ritchie. So Indianola, they just continue to whittle away at that lead. Dallas Center Grimes now leading by 3.
Yeah, it's consistent pressure. It's you know, that death by 1,000 cuts type thing.
Chase Perrin for 3, wide open on the outside. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the night already. He has 12.
Yeah, everybody needs to have a kid like that on your team. That's a 50% three-point shooter.
Yeah, Chase Perrin averaging 50% field goals and almost 50% for 3, but 95.5% from the free throw line.
Yeah, just a pure shooter.
Yeah, Blake's shot is no good, but he gets his own rebound, looking to reset. They get into the corner. DeWall back to McGraw. Nice spin move. McGraw up off the glass. Not this time. Gives it to Chase Perrin up ahead. Riley Craven. He pulls up for 3. It's blocked, but there is a foul called. It looked pretty clean from here, Pat, but I will take it personally.
Yeah, I mean, those are.
So, but I like the confidence of the freshman, Riley Craven, for Dallas Center Grimes, willing to just pull up for that 3-point bucket. But Blake was ready. He was called for the foul. That's his first. Team first of this second quarter as Craven goes to the line. Too much on that free throw. It doesn't fall. He'll get a second try.
These are his first free throws of the season.
And he makes that one. He'll have one more opportunity. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 30, Landon Hoppy. And for Indy, number 12, Jackson Faust. Craven has his 3rd free throw, and he makes that. So 2 out of 3 for Riley Craven. And now Hudson Heigerken checks back in for the Mustangs. Nice minutes there by Riley Craven, right?
Absolutely.
Just give
the
your
freshman
starter a little bit of a break.
And those are gut check minutes right there.
Well, in Dallas Center Grimes, like we just said, they'd whittled down. It was 19-16. Now we back up a little bit.
Yeah,
of
now
a
you're
cushion again.
Get a hold in a bucket, and you got a double-digit lead.
Blake for 3. No. Logan with the rebound. Under 3 minutes left to go in the half. Landon Hoppy, pull-up jumper. Rims around, no. Rebound, Easton McGraw. He gets it up ahead to Faust. Back to McGraw. Jacob Graham dribbles in. He looks back out. They'll reset. George Blake with the ball. Back out now to Richie, baseline. Pull up. And he drains it. That's a tough shot.
Man. Richie with the tingling the nylon there.
Ooh, Wyatt Valenta for 3, in and out. Opportunity here for Indianola to cut this lead. I like the ball movement and off the ball movement that we see out of Indianola. All guys moving, right?
Everything is a purpose. There's a purpose in every movement. There's a purpose in every play.
Yeah, no one's stagnant. Everybody's moving. In the quarter, Landon Hoppy back out. Heigerken. So, it's Mustangs. What do we do offensively when we don't have Luke Lorenzen and we don't have Chase Perrin?
Well, you go to Burke down low and see if you can't get yourself something going down there.
And they do. Up off the glass. Burke, no good. Rebound, George Blake. About a minute and a half left in the first half. And if Indianola, they want to keep this ball moving and we want to keep the play moving because right now they do have Perrin and Lorenzen set to check in. Oh, nice tip away there by Brody Logan on the floor. Oh, but he goes out of bounds as Brody Burke tried to get that ball. It will be Indianola underneath. 14 seconds left in the shot clock. And checking in for Indianola, number 4, Wesley Naylor. And as we mentioned, back in the game for the Mustangs, number 4, Chase Perrin, and number 44, Luke Lorenzen.
There you go.
Yeah, they were just not ready for that as they tried to go up over the top to McGraw. Steal by Wyatt Valenta. He goes coast to coast. So basket there by Valenta.
And Lorenzen's hoping he throws it off the board.
So just about a minute to go as Dallas Center Grimes leads 26-18 here in the first half. Little Hawkeye Conference matchup. Jacob Graham for 3, no. Rebound, Perrin as Mustangs go the other way. Looking ahead, but nice steal as Naylor steps in the passing lane and grabs that ball. And then tipped away by Heigerken. No, he is going to be called for that foul. So Heigerken, first foul for Hudson, second of the quarter for the Mustangs. Checking in for Indianola, number 2, Bryant Ritchie. Really even scoring for Indianola right now. George Blake with 6, Bryant Ritchie with 6, Easta McGraw with 6.
Yeah.
Nice.
And nobody else with anything.
Yeah, Naylor for 3, no. Oh, but he sneaks in, almost got his own rebound. Hudson Heigerken able to grab that as the Mustangs go the other way. They will step back for nearly final shot. We've got about 5-6 second differential between shot clock and game clock.
They're going to have to clean that up down low.
Hoppy, no, into Valenta. Valenta kicks back out. 13 on the shot clock. Mustangs will reset.
Everybody keeps watching.
Chase Perrin, last second shot, pull up, Chase Perrin, he launches another one, but this time he makes it. Again, 5 3-pointers for Chase Perrin so far on the night. This is another one of those moments where he's like, why do I have to take it? And yet he makes it, and that's counted. So George Blake's shot there at the buzzer will count, so that leaves Blake with 8 points on the game. So we'll take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsor as we get ready to bring in a special guest during halftime.
How you doing? Good, how are you?
Come bank with your friends and neighbors at Charter Bank.
The service is excellent, the local staff is professional, and customers are treated as human beings in Waukee.
As a retired banker, I know and appreciate the advantages that community banks have over the large impersonal banks. Thanks for everything you have done for us in Johnston.
We started at Charter Bank when we moved to Grimes, and we thoroughly enjoy your services.
I've been waiting 18 years for Charter Bank to come to Ankeny, ever since the bank opened in Johnston.
Chart your success with Charter Bank in Johnston, Grimes, Waukee, and Ankeny.
All right, welcome back to Dallas Center Grimes High School, to the stable, where we have little Hawkeye Conference action. And at halftime, Dallas Center Grimes leads 29-20, and we have a special guest who's joining us tonight. We're welcoming Jordan Sump, who is what is your official title of the Mustang Performance Center? Head coach?
Yeah, you could say that.
You're the boss?
Yeah, I just show up and help kids kind of accomplish their goals every day.
Absolutely.
So they call me the head coach, but I'm just a
Okay,
just
so
guiding
head
them.
coach of the Mustang Performance Center, as well as head coach of the boys track and field team.
Yep.
So we want to welcome you to the live stream tonight. Thanks for joining us. So Pat and I were talking the other day, and we're like, you know who we really need to talk to? Because we talk all the time about what athletics is like today versus what it was even 5 years ago, right? So, okay, so just a little background for everybody who's watching. Jordan, you are a DCG grad. What year?
Yep, 2010.
Okay, 2010 DCG grad. So we're now 16 years since you graduated. What have you seen that has changed at Dallas Center Grimes High School just even in that amount of time?
Yeah, being here or coming back to the school that I graduated, like this gym didn't exist when I graduated.
That's right.
Nothing on this side of the glass hallway existed. And I remember when being in the weight room in high school, and it was the back half of what we now refer to as our cardio space or our golf simulator room. The room itself was about 1,000 square feet. There were 6 racks, 1 set of dumbbells, and 2 platforms in the center. And now to be entrusted to be in charge of the spaceship that I get to hang out in every day.
That's a lot, isn't it?
With 7,000 square feet, 24 racks. I think somebody told me at one point in time there's over 1,100 logos just in that space itself. So it's really, really cool to see where the district has gotten to, 15 years later.
Yeah, I mean, it is an investment. And tell us a little bit about why investing in performance, athletic performance, strength and conditioning, why is that such an important part of not just athletics, but just the whole high school experience?
Yeah, I think I commend the district a bunch for noticing that was a need of ours as we take the jump into a lot of the bigger classes and a lot of our activities. We see just since the beginning of the school year, I've seen over 800 students walk through our room. And to put that into perspective, we have about 1,100 students walking our halls.
Incredible.
So over 75% of our student population is using our performance center in some way or another. And to be able to see all those kids, make those connections. I kind of talk about 3 things every time that a kid walks in. I have kind of 3 key initiatives, and one is to make sure that they stay healthy. I want to make sure that they are primed for their performances. One of my quotes that I use with our kids a lot is performance is for everyone. Whether you're a 4-sport athlete that walks through our space, whether you are a non-athlete, whether you are a fine arts student, everybody can find performance, and that looks different for everybody. So keeping them healthy, making sure that they're fast, fresh, and physical for whatever their performance is key number 1. Key number 2 is just creating some lifelong habits. I never had the space to walk into like they do now, and so when kids come in and take our classes every day, my goal is to make sure that we give them the tools necessary so they could walk into a space like that in the future and feel confident and know what they're doing and not feel lost like I did all those years ago. And then the last thing that we talk about is just a lot of those, I call them performance qualities or athletic qualities. So in order to achieve their goals and compete at the highest level, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, and we're just trying to be stronger than everybody, trying to be faster than everybody, trying to be more powerful than everybody, because everybody's out there doing the exact same thing, and we're just trying to do it a little bit better.
Yeah. So how you've got football, you've got track, you've got golf, you've got softball, baseball.
Yep.
You got all these different sports, and every single one of them differ in how you would strength and conditioning. There's a balance in there.
Yep.
So how do you manage all of that?
Yeah. So at any given time, we'll have 4 different programs running in our space. So I might have a class of 40, and I've got 3 softball players that are doing something different than maybe our football team, especially like in the summer. There's a lot of balance of people going a lot of different directions. So just making sure that we take care of our kids that are currently in season by adjusting their volume. They can still get strong and they can still get fast throughout the season. We track 12 different metrics throughout the year. One we just actually did last week is a 10-pound med ball throw, and 2 of our in-season athletes set all-time school bests. Never had anybody at Dallas Center Grimes throw a med ball further than 2 of our basketball players, one on the boys team, one on the girls team, Jackson Rice and Anaya Bowens. And so kids can get faster, kids can get stronger in season, and it's just a healthy balance of finding the right volume and making sure that they're able to get the most out of it.
Yeah. So you mentioned, kids coming in there for their classes. Explain for those who are watching and may not be aware that Mustang Performance and Strength and Conditioning can be a class that the students take, and why would a district value that and allow that as like a part of their PE credit? How are you seeing that benefiting your athletes by allowing them to do it during the school day?
Yeah, so that started here at DCG about 6 years ago. We brought it into the school day. It's had a couple of different versions of it, I would say. Right now, I see our kids every single day for 85 minutes. Some of them I only see for a term, so some I see for 9 weeks every day. There are some kids that I see for 18 weeks straight. And then the kids do have the ability, if there's room in their schedule and room in the class as they get older, to be in the class every single day throughout the entire school year. And so the district noticing that as a point of these kids can still earn their PE credit and achieve let's call them the classroom credits. But also now that those kids don't have to come in before or after school.
That's the key.
Is the huge thing. We still run 6:30 a.m. sessions. I was here at 6:30 this morning with a lot of our kids. We're doing some 2010 flies, but now they don't have to be here before and after school, and that just encourages them to get involved in more activities.
Yeah,
when you're playing basketball or softball, baseball, that's a lot of time that these kids are putting. So to pile on more outside of that, it makes sense that would be the case.
Yeah.
So you talked about data. So how does everybody have a specific plan? Like, say, Anaya Bowen sets the school record in that throw. Does she have a plan? Does Ava have a plan? Does Lorenz and everybody has their own thing?
Yeah, so we're all I gotta remember that everybody that walks into our space is a Mustang. So I'm gonna train them all as just a high quality student athlete is really the first and foremost thing that we think about. So a lot of times, everybody needs to squat, everybody needs to push, everybody needs to hinge, and how that job gets done can be dependent on what are the needs for the kid.
Yep.
So, I did a lot of work with our cross-country team this fall, and the cross-country team's needs are different than the football team's needs and different than the volleyball team's needs throughout the fall. So they all have different things going on, and it just it's working with the coach as they see fit, because at the end of the day, the head coach of the program is the leader of the ship. Yep. I just view myself as a low-level assistant coach that can help them get to where they need to be physically, so that way they can handle the demands of their sport or their performance.
Right.
I'm glad that you brought up that about the coach, because that was going to be my question is, like, how do the coaches fit into this plan, and like what kind of relationship do you have with them, and the importance of that?
Yeah, I've grown a lot over the last 6 months as taking over the head coach responsibilities in June. And I've gotten to know a lot of our head coaches and how they like to operate and what they like to see from their student athletes. I think one of the things that has been really important is just open lines of communication. I know, shout out to Coach Meg Jackson throughout the volleyball year. Her and I would text pretty frequently, and she would say, like, hey, our girls are dragging a little bit. So it's a really simple thing of, hey, maybe we had 4 sets on our squat today. Let's knock that down to 3. Or we were supposed to do maybe a 4x6 progression. Let's go 4x3. And really just make sure that what we're doing in the weight room is not going to negatively impact what they do on the court.
What's the future of strength and conditioning? If you can look ahead 5 years from now for Dallas Center Grimes, what are your hopes and dreams for that?
Yeah, honestly, for me, it's seeing as many kids as often as possible. I think that is the ultimate dream, is that kids start to see the value in what they do. Because a lot of times the work is hard. It's not easy to show up at 6:30 in the morning. It's not easy to do the things before and after school. So getting them on board and getting them to see the value and then seeing the rewards that go with it are really the direction that I'd like to take the program.
Well, we are proud of you, and thank you for coming back to Dallas Center Grimes and really choosing to invest back into your hometown, into your school that you graduated from, and really into this next generation. Having us, we've witnessed, Pat and I have watched this transition from 3A to 4A. Yeah. And then when you first enter, you're thinking, how's this going to go? Yeah. And then yet we've seen every year how our teams have competed and been stronger and more in the mix. And we know that it's so much to do with what they're experiencing in that center with you, Jordan. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight for the little halftime. And so, Jordan Sump, People can just email you if they have questions, right?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
absolutely. You can just find me at the school. I'm usually here 7 days a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Show up at 6:30. That's your time.
That's when you can find me.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jordan, for joining us as the second half has tipped off. Dallas Center Grimes leading 29-22. So that foul was on number 5, Thomas DeWall for Indy. Nice basket there, quick one by Luke Lorenzen. That was such an interesting conversation, don't you think?
I'll tell you, Jordan Sump is the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, what he goes, just everything that he really is standing for and what you're going through. I mean, you never know. And to come back to your own hometown right here is that's a benefit to us.
Absolutely.
To have these kids come back.
Absolutely. So Mustangs now, white jerseys moving right to left on your screen, and they are double teaming their Lorenzen, but he was able to pick up on that ball. And great fadeaway there by Luke Lorenzen. So 2 quick baskets for Luke as he's come out here in this second half. And, we have seen that him kind of go in spurts like that, scoring, and then, sometimes the fouls keep him off the floor.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice just to see him be able to stay out there and just see what he can do.
Well, there's going to be an offensive foul here before too long, or a defensive foul called, and they're going to have to pick up arms and body parts, I think, down low, because there is really, really physical down low.
So Brody Burke kicks it out. Chase Perrin, baseline drive. He kicks it out and to Brody Logan. Hudson Heigerick, and now Chase Perrin, pull-up jumper, and that's good. Chase Perrin made a basket that's not a three-pointer for the first time tonight.
I
and
can't
quick
tell
timeout,
you
Indianola.
how hard it is for kids that shoot three-pointers, the majority of their shots, to come in there and hit that 15-footer like that. That is such good touch and such skill offensively.
Yeah, and Chase Perrin, just such a pure shooter, like a pretty shot. Like every time he shoots, you're like, that's just a beautiful basketball shot.
He shoots just like Macy Meyer does. The shot is very slow. It's very fluid. It's not one of them quick, it's just under control the entire time.
Yeah, really pretty. We want to thank Charter Bank for being our season sponsor. Charter Bank is 100% locally owned with local management and staff delivering prompt local decision making. They're committed to helping our communities thrive. Chart your success with Charter Bank. And our boys season sponsor is MIR Homes, proudly building custom homes and creating beautiful remodels with love, integrity, and true craftsmanship. Visit mir-homes.com to schedule your consultation today. Our 3-point sponsor is 15 Hands Real Estate. They're your local DCG real estate experts, priding themselves on being a trusted resource in our community. So Coach Jeff Ebling for the Indians calling timeout. Let's just regroup before this gets away, right? Mustang's already out to a quick 6-2 run so far. So let's see if they can make some adjustments here for Indianola.
This is kind of the same way the first half started, the first quarter anyway. You get out, you get a lot of points right there, and then it evens out and actually tilts towards the Indians, and they need to start that same thing right now.
Kick out to Easton McGraw up off the glass, but blocked this time. He had both Burke and Lorenzen there.
That
it's like a double block.
No shot.
Nice pass ahead by Hudson Heigerick, and he's the leader in assists. And that was Brody Logan on the shot.
Logan looking like Taman Lipsy off the glass right there.
Absolutely. Nice shot there, Easton McGraw. Man, he just quieted the crowd with that shot. 9 points for Easton McGraw so far in this game. Brody Logan for 3, tips and in and around, and it drops for Brody Logan. Mustangs leading now by 15. East McGraw, he pulls up and he nails it as well. How is he able to do that? What a talented shot, because he just pulled up and he had a full 6-7 frame of Brody Burke right in his face, and yet
that
drained
little screen right there just got Burke off just enough.
Lorenzen up high off the glass. Too much. Rebound. No. It's going to be off Lorenzen, so Indianola ball. Good defensive effort there by George Blake for Indianola. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 30, Landon Hoppy. Just over 4 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. McGraw out to Blake. Baseline drive. Blake, he pulls up. Lefty, nice southpaw there by George Blake. 10 points for him. Check that. 12 for Blake. Hudson Heigerken kicks out to Logan. Landon Hoppy, three-point basket for Hoppy, and he drains it. Nice three-point bucket by 15 Hands Real Estate, three-pointer by Landon Hoppy.
Yeah, you come right in, hit that three like that, huge. That's a big basket right there. Extends that lead to 13 points.
Bryant Ritchie for three. He answers. Nice three-point bucket by Ritchie. Heikerken up to Hoppy, drives in, spin move, baseline, kicks out, finds Brody Logan for three. No, but rebound, Lorenzen. Lorenzen high off the glass. No. Rebound. Jacob Graham for Indy. Tipped off. That was off Jackson Faust. So it will be Mustang ball. Checking in for Dallas Center Grimes, number 22, Wyatt Valenta. And back in the game, number 50, Brody Burke. In for Indianola, number 4, Wesley Naylor. And checking in for Indianola, number 5, Thomas DeWall. Scratch that. Oh, yep, they are going to let him in. So, yes, Thomas DeWall checking back in for the Indians. So, Mustang ball on the side here. Hudson Heigergen as he brings the ball up for the Mustangs. Steal by Indianola. George Blake, spin. Hudson Heigergen was ready for that. You could tell that he knows, okay, he's going to back in and then he's going to spin. Heigergen was on the side, but foul was called, and that was on Heigergen. So his second, team first of the quarter, and that will be Dallas Center Grimes timeout. All right, so they kind of extended their lead up to around 15 or so, and then now back to 10. So, like you had mentioned before, a lot of quick scoring at the beginning of the half, and then it evens out a little bit.
Yeah, and, you know, there's a lot of areas in the game for both sides where everything all happens at one time, and then if you can get some consistency in there, because the pace that they're playing at is so fast, it's really hard to keep up with the game right now. That last possession coming down court, Indianola throws it off the back of the other player, just playing a little bit too fast.
Yeah. So for Indianola right now, Easton McGraw with 12 points, as well as George Blake with 12. For the Mustangs, Chase Perrin with 17. Luke Lorenzen with 8. Indians will reset. Easton McGraw guarded by Brody Burke. Up high off the glass. Nice move again by Easton McGraw. Man, he really uses that glass nicely.
Yeah, and that's great defense by Burke right there. There's just nothing you can do right there. That's just great offense.
Chase Perrin back up to Valenta. Landon Hoppy has given some good minutes as he's been in. Now, Heigerken to Valenta down low. Oh, nope, over the top. Stolen by George Blake. Indians are running. Blake up. Nice, real good job of controlling his physicality there as he was going. Nice bucket by Blake.
This seems like one of those, we need a basket.
Chase Perrin for 3. Rebound Valenta up high off the glass. No, he misses. Off Indianola, so it will be Mustang ball. Oh, you know why Valenta wants that one back.
Yeah, it's hard, man. You never know, am I going to get fouled or whatever it is. You go up strong, it's just a little bit too strong right there. A great effort.
Checking back in for the Mustangs, number 44, Luke Lorenzen. Up top to Hoppy, now to Lorenzen as Mustangs set up. into Lorenzen. Stripped there by Naylor. Back out. Hudson Heigerken. Kick to Perrin.
Love the ball movement. Love what's going on.
Chase Perrin for 3, and it drops. So that's 6 3-pointers for Chase Perrin as he now has 20 for the Mustangs. Easton McGraw now finds Blake in the corner. Blake, oh, nice dish down low to Thomas DeWall. First basket for DeWall. That was a really nice assist there by George Blake. Cross court, oh, nice. That's a great cut there by Landon Hoppy. No, couldn't get the basket. Man, what a nice cut there, and great job there catching him for that. Just couldn't drop. Last 30 seconds, so Indianola is going to hold for nearly last shot, about 3 seconds differential between shot clock and game clock.
And 3 seconds in the boys' game is enough to get a shot off right there if you can.
So McGraw with the ball up top. He is guarded by Burke.
Oh, jeez.
So Landon Hoppy is going to be called for the foul. Just kind of off the ball foul with McGraw. So Hoppy, that's his first. So checking in, number 2, Bryant Ritchie. Now for the Mustangs, number 20, Riley Craven. 6.9 left on the clock. Dallas Center Grimes leading 46-39. George Blake. And it drops and the foul. So basket counts, George Blake, and he will go to the line to complete that. Foul is on Hoppy, so he picked up 2 quick ones here. Checking in for Indianola, number 5, Thomas DeWall. Number 3, Jacob Graham. For the Mustangs, number 12, Brody Logan. And number 2, Hudson Heigerken.
Yeah, and everybody's saying, hey, watch number 4, watch number 4. Don't give him a shot.
As Dallas Center, Indy has cut the lead now to 5 and now make it 4 as George Blake finishes that 3-point play. Up to Heigerken, out to Chase Perrin for 3. This time, no good. So that's where we end the third quarter. Dallas Center Grimes leading 46-42. So, Mustangs, Indy outscored the Mustangs by 5 in that quarter to take it down to a 4-point lead for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it really has been some of the really good offensive possessions that the Indians has had.
Yeah.
I mean, go back, the one, Burke had great position. It was great defense. It was just better offense on that one right there. In this particular quarter coming up, we better limit to one basket. You can't give up more than that. You got a 4-point lead. Got to try and extend. Yeah,
and just looking let's focus in on Blake and McGraw for Indianola. I mean, Blake he's got 20, and McGraw at 13. So, focusing in on those 2 players. And then, Mustangs, Chase Perrin leading the way with 20, and Luke Lorenzen has about 8. Otherwise, it's scattered a little bit. So, it's can we limit just one possession, focus in on Blake and McGraw defensively, and see what they can come up with. So, we want to thank Charter Bank. Charter Bank's staff is made up of your family, friends, and neighbors. That means they support you during your successes and any challenges you may face. They're there to help. Chart your success with Charter Bank. So as we kick off this fourth quarter, Dallas Center Grimes leading 46-42 over the Indians. Both teams tied at number 4 in the conference right now, each coming off difficult losses on Tuesday night, so looking to respond. And this has been a great ball game.
Yeah, Burke getting on the floor, that's a big play. Saving that possession right there is huge.
Down to 15 seconds on the shot clock. Lorenzen and he finds Perrin in the corner. Can he drill it? And he does. Money. That's a 15 hands real estate 3-pointer by Chase Perrin. So that's his 7th 3-pointer of the night. He now has 23 points.
Yeah, and give that 3 to Burke right there, getting on the floor. It takes it in, gets it out. Stay with it. That's maturity and growing in the game.
Extends the Mustang lead now back up to 7. Mustangs have led as many as 15 at one point. Again, another great drive there by Easton McGraw. Mustangs get out running. Chase Perrin, no, they'll set up to Lorenzen up top. Kicks to Perrin. Nice roll there by Lorenzen, tipped away, but then Lorenzen comes in, drops it in. Nice job, Luke Lorenzen.
Yeah, you can't stop that anytime.
So off the ball, foul is going to be called here on, looks like number 12, Brody Logan, his first on Dallas Center Grimes. So it'll be Indianola ball underneath their basket. Mustangs leading by 7.
Need some action here to get this crowd rolling here. We got a nice crowd on a Friday. Senior night, a lot of anticipation.
Bryant Ritchie up top. He gives it to McGraw, guarded by Perrin. Jacob Graham. No, he's looking again for McGraw. Up, spin, yes. But not this time. Blocked by Lorenzen. And then back off McGraw, so it will be Mustang ball.
Yeah, Lorenzen really did a nice job right there because he knew that he was going to drive. Didn't get any arm, waited for him, stayed on his feet until it was time to reject that shot. I'd like to see Burt get active down low.
Chase Perrin, he is on fire. That is now his 8th three-pointer of the night. He has 26 points for the Mustangs. And what else do you do?
Yeah.
If you're Coach Jeff Ibling, you're just like, we have to call a timeout. We have got to stop. As now the Dallas Center Grimes, which was down to just 4 points at the quarter, now has extended their lead back up to 10.
Well, I know he's not going to get any sympathy from Coach Jansen on the girls' side.
Yeah,
I think we dumped in 15 three-pointers in that first game. This has been one of the hot days for sure.
Yeah, girls tied the record for team three-pointers in one single game, and that was 15, so they tied that record. Right now, Chase Barron alone has 8. Brody Logan's put in 2 more for 10 and 11. So it has been hot from the three-point line tonight, that's for sure.
And 8 has got to be, that's got to be pushing a record right there as well.
Absolutely. So we want to thank our Booster Club sponsors this year. Our Booster Club Gold sponsors are Pink Couch Wellness, Septagon Construction, U.S. Cellular, and Kupka Real Estate. Our Booster Club Diamond sponsor is Northwest Steel. So thank you to them for the Booster Club, for all of their support to make this live stream happen. To Mike Bynum and Ella Bynum on production, I'm Christine Megason alongside Pat O'Brien. 5:56 left to go in tonight's contest. Dallas Center Grimes currently leading by 10, 54-44. Indianola ball.
Plenty of time left for the Indians to get back in there and shave off some of this 10-point lead.
Bryant Ritchie, man, he just has had a really strong approach to the basket, but nice putback by George Blake as he now has 19 for the Indians. Luke Lorenzen up top, out to Hudson Heigerken. They find Landon Hoppy. Back down to Lorenzen, guarded by Blake. Reverse layup.
He stepped out of bounds it looked like he stepped out of bounds like 6 inches.
Well, he has really big feet, Pat.
Yeah. But, you look at where his body is. His body's underneath the basket, but his legs are out of bounds.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even look for that. Of course, we were just looking at the reverse layup and missed maybe what was happening with his feet there. So, basket on the other end.
Nice pass.
He finds Perrin in the corner. Again, can he do it? Yes, he's at 9 three-pointers. That's a 15 hands real estate three-pointer by Chase Perrin.
Yeah, when you got a kid that's like that, it's like
29 points.
You just keep getting them the ball.
Absolutely. Nice 3-point shot there by Jacob Graham.
And he wants 10. Oh, man, that is not.
I mean, I felt like Blake maybe was still moving, but Brody Burke definitely dipped his shoulder on that.
You did get into a little bit of shoulder right there, but then those are tough calls.
So checking in for Indianola, number 5, Thomas DeWall, and number 12, Jackson Faust. Mustang they've extended their lead to 13 now. Was just down to 3 here not that long ago, so credit the Mustangs for responding to that run by Indianola. Let's see if they can close out this game. Under 4 minutes left to go. Blake, he's had a nice game. 3-point bucket for him, and he makes it. That's his first of the night, but it does give him 22 points now.
When you look at these teams and you're like, how are these teams in that 500 range right now? And you've got shooters like this. It just goes to tell you the level of competition that there is in the Little Hawkeye Conference and just the skill set of the boys in the state of Iowa.
So tip out there by Indianola will give Mustangs the ball on the side. 22 on the shot clock, so something for them to be aware of as they come back down and reset. Hudson Heigergen with the ball. He finds Chase Perrin. They find Lorenzen down low. Good reverse. He's looking back out. Finds Heigergen. 5 to go. Kick out. Landon Hoppy for 3. Off balance, and he makes it. Man, that was a really hard shot by Landon Hoppy. Falling out of bounds. Off. Not a great pass coming to him that he has to try to handle, and he puts it up, and it goes in.
Sometimes those are the easiest ones to shoot because you don't think about it. You just put that ball up there.
Easton McGraw, nice shot from him, and it goes in. A nice basket there.
And
Easton
Indianola
McGraw
continues to come right back and match basket for basket. But the problem is we're in the fourth quarter and there's 2:45 remain.
Yeah, Easton McGraw now up to 18 for the Indians. Brody Burke up high to Luke Lorenzen. He's up and good. Nice defensive effort by Indianola. It's just what do you do when you have you're guarding a player that's 6'10"?
Yeah, I mean, you just do what you can and hope it's enough, and it's not right there.
Easton McGraw out to the corner, finds Thomas DeWall for 3. No. Tipped around. Mustangs able to come up with that rebound. Time is there on their side now, Pat, as they lead by 13. 2:09 left to go in the contest. Down to on the baseline to Lorenzen. Finds Burke. Kick back to Lorenzen. Out. Hoppy for 3. That's good. No. Man, I was calling that.
Yeah.
I thought it was in. On a night like tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make that fall away from the baseline, you can't. Why could you not make that one?
It's too open. It was too open.
Stuff.
It's too wide open. There we go. George Blake, another nice move by him as he is fouled. Not very many fouls in this game, and there weren't a lot of fouls in the girls' game.
No,
it's really
been a clean game on both sides.
So that foul is on number 30, Landon Hoppy, his third, team third of the quarter. Blake was shooting, so he will go to the line. Blake now with 22 points for the game. Rims in and out on the first. He'll have another chance. Blake's second free throw is good. Timeout, Indianola. .30-second timeout. So we want to thank MIR Homes for proudly building custom homes and creating beautiful remodels with love, integrity, and true craftsmanship. If you want to learn more, you can visit mir-homes.com to schedule your consultation, and to 15 Hands Real Estate, your local DCG real estate experts, priding themselves on being a trusted resource in our community. They're our three-point sponsor. And did we mention that Chase Perrin has 9 three-pointers on the night so far? 29 points for him. Luke Lorenzen now has 14 as they lead the Mustangs.
And that's 9 three-pointers on probably 15, 16 attempts.
Maybe 15
attempts.
Oh, it seems like everyone has gone in, but you're probably right. Yes. But what a night. What a night for three-pointers in this gym tonight. The stable has been on fire.
Whoa.
Some pressure now by Indianola, and it works, causing a turnover for the Mustangs. That's a good adjustment there by Indianola as they come out of the timeout. They go right into some pressure. Mustangs were not prepared for that. Caused the turnover, so Indianola ball. Minute 30 left to go as Mustangs leading by 12. Easton McGraw, spin, back around, no.
It's great defense right there. Stay on your feet.
Brody Burke for defending. McGraw from three, no go. Rebound Mustangs. Again, we've got full court press.
Oh.
And they knock it away, get the steal. Easton McGraw up off the glass. Nice job there by number 12, Jackson Faust.
10-point game, 1 minute. They're doing exactly what they want to do. This is why you pressure the ball. You never know.
This is not the right guy to foul, although they've got lots of fouls to give. This is their first of the quarter, so we have, I think it was McGraw, and that's his first foul of the game, first of the quarter, so they've got a little ways to go in fouls. But, gosh, I really like the full court press out of Indy. I would have liked to maybe see this earlier in the game.
Right.
Because it's been pretty successful these last two times down the floor for the Mustangs. Or, you know, not been successful for the Mustangs, been really good for Indianola. As foul here, out here, it looks like number maybe Easton McGraw picks up his second of the quarter. 52 seconds. Just a little bit too late now for Indianola as McGraw fouls again. And Mustangs, all they need to do is inbound the ball to Chase Perrin.
Yeah.
95.5% free throw shooter. He's your guy. Gets it into Heigerken, tipped away by Easton McGraw. Oh, and it looks like it's now going to be off of Dallas Center Grimes. So it's Mustangs turnover and Indianola ball. It's going to be down underneath. Checking in, number 2, Bryant Ritchie, and number 12, Jackson Faust for Indianola.
I think right now, obviously, 50 seconds, you got to get a three or something as quickly as you can. I'm shooting right there.
McGraw for three. He'll take it. Nice bucket there by Easton McGraw. Cuts the lead to 7. A couple of turnovers, a 3 here, and here we are, 7-point game.
Yeah, I think now you can take, I'm putting 5 guards in right now. I don't need size, I don't need points, I need ball handling. Ball handling and free throws.
So we'll take this timeout as an opportunity to hear a word from our sponsor, Charter Bank.
Come bank with your friends and neighbors at Charter Bank.
The service is excellent, the local staff is professional, and customers are treated as human beings in Waukee.
As a retired banker, I know and appreciate the
So we'll stay here. 43.9 left to go in the game. A nice little defensive spurt here by Indianola. They've done this full court press, forced a couple turnovers, converted offensively, and now they've cut the lead to 7.
Yeah, and it's been the defensive pressure that the Mustangs have not been able to handle. But you also look at the time and the score, and that does play it. But right now you're looking at, you know, just a couple possessions here. If you can get a quick stop and a basket, I mean, you never know what can happen in this game.
Well, and if I'm Coach Joel Rankin for Dallas Center Grimes, I'm saying maintain your composure, take a deep breath. You have a 7-point lead. We make good passes. Let's not have any turnovers. We don't need any necessary fouls. So Mustangs inbounding the ball. Gets it into Lorenzen. Back to Heigerken. Foul on Heigerken.
Yeah,
fouling Lorenzen probably would have been the moment right there.
Yeah, you had Lorenzen right there. You should have probably fouled him. Not that it makes any difference right now.
Still on the
but now it's 4 fouls, and now it's the next one will be 2 shots.
Okay, Dallas Center Grimes is having a timeout, so we will take this as a moment to hear a word from our sponsor, Charter Bank.
Come bank with your friends and neighbors at Charter Bank.
The service is excellent, the local staff is professional, and customers are treated as human beings in Waukee.
As a retired banker, I know and appreciate the advantages that community banks have over the large impersonal banks. Thanks for everything you have done for us in Johnston.
We started at Charter Bank when we moved to Grimes, and we thoroughly enjoy your services.
I've been waiting 18 years for Charter Bank to come to Ankeny, ever since the bank opened in Johnston.
Chart your success with Charter Bank in Johnston, Grimes, Waukee, and Ankeny.
Welcome back to the stable. Dallas Center Grimes currently leading Indianola Indians 64-57, 39.6 left to go in the game. I'm Christine Megason alongside Pat O'Brien. The girls pulled out a victory tonight, 65-50. Can the boys? Nice little defensive effort here at the end of the game for Indianola. Have got them cut the lead now down to 7. Dallas Center Grimes inbounding the ball. These need to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, and easier. I mean, the game is sped up right now. They're going to be overplaying. Let's see if we can get something a jailbreak right here.
Look at two guys already guarding Chase Perrin. So, Issa McGraw picks up his 4th foul. 4 fouls in the last 25 seconds.
Yeah, and that's one of the downfalls with having a clean game. As you get to the end of the game, you got to foul quite a bit.
Right. So that puts Hudson Heigirken at the line. And look, we're just going offense for defense at this point between the teams. They're having substitutions at every break and play. So right now, Heigirken at the line. And rolls around, but he drops the first. And that's just the 2nd point for Hudson Heigirken tonight. He's had 2 free throws.
And that's crazy because what he's done out there on the court has been significant.
Yeah, Richie and Faust back in the game for Indianola. Burke and Lorenzen back in as Hudson misses that 2nd free throw. Issa McGraw. Landon Hoppy, I believe the foul will be called on him. It is number 30.
So now they're in the bonus, so they'll be shooting from here on out.
So that was Hoppy's 4th team foul, fourth individual foul, and 4th team foul of the quarter as we're down to 30 seconds. Issa McGraw up top for the Indians. He drives up against Lorenzen, again up high off the glass. He's been so successful at that tonight, but this time it doesn't fall. Chase Perrin is just like, please come and foul me.
I mean, I'll sit here for 9 seconds and no problem.
So Perrin will go to the line, 95.5% free throw shooter with 29 points for the game so far tonight. Has the opportunity to extend that.
Not sure what.
Foul was on number 12, Jackson Faust for Indianola.
Yeah, Perrin's career high is, but this has got to be approaching if this isn't it.
Well, he had a game where he had 30-something, I remember earlier this season. So, yeah, you're exactly right. Makes the first.
And 30 points in the high school game is a lot of points.
I think they just accidentally gave that to Landon Hoppy, but then they corrected it, so he makes the 2nd. So now with 31, Blake takes it right to the hoop, up and good for George Blake. He has had a really nice game tonight as Blake finishes at least so far with 25 points. Foul is on Blake, his 2nd.
You know, this has been a great game right here. I mean, you have a kid that goes off for 9 3-pointers. You end up right here. It's probably going to be somewhere around a 10-point game, give or take, you know, a basket. But, man, it's been a great game here at the stable.
Chase Perrin makes the first. Now has 32. And he makes the 2nd. So Chase Perrin now with 33 points, nearly half of the points for the entire Mustang game tonight. Issa McGraw, pull-up jumper, nice-looking shot, no. Rebound, Lorenzen kicks it out to Heigirken, and that will be it as Brody Burke dribbles it out for the Mustangs. And the Mustangs finish. Final score, 69-59, and, you know, not too different from when Dallas Center Grimes won 58-50 back in the early part of January. So nice game, though, between both teams. I thought they both responded well after tough losses on Tuesday.
Yeah, and senior night here at the stable, good for the Mustangs. This is one you want to win. You want to win on senior night for the kids, not just the ones that have been in the game, but the ones that have been here for 4 years. You know, like what we've had on the senior spotlights that haven't had a lot of time. They want to win that game as well. So good for the Mustangs on senior night.
Yeah, 2 victories tonight. Indianola now drops to 7-8. They will play again next Tuesday. That will be at home at 7:30 versus Pella, which will be Indianola's senior night. And Dallas Center Grimes now improves to 9-7. Dallas Center Grimes' next game is actually tomorrow. So a rare Saturday afternoon game. We have Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln coming in. Talk about three-point shooting, Pat. Holy smokes, that team shoots them. You were telling me how many attempts they've had this year. It's like 800 or something.
Yeah, it was a pile of
It was
them.
like 200 more attempts than Dallas Center Grimes has had, and we thought we have had a lot.
Yeah, and you look at, that's another basically five three-point shots per quarter.
Per quarter. It's unreal. So if you're into three-point shooting, which who isn't, head out to see Dallas Center Grimes. They take on Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln. That's tomorrow afternoon, Saturday at 3:30. And then we will be back here next Tuesday where the girls and boys will cap off home conference action, and that will be against Pella Christian on Tuesday night, another doubleheader for Little Hawkeye Conference. So 2 victories tonight for the Mustangs. Thanks so much for joining us on the live stream tonight. Hopefully you'll be here tomorrow afternoon for the boys game, and then next week on Tuesday as we wrap up conference play at home for the Mustangs. Until then, go Mustangs.